Greetings everyone, Barrett here with Hammerhead Model Making, back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tamiya 148 scale F-35C. Now, I'm a little late to the game in reviewing pretty much any of the Tamiya F-35 kits. However, this is the one that I've been most excited for. There's just something about the Navy version that works for me. And so this was one that I definitely wanted to try and get my hands on and take a look and see what's going on with this kit. Now, if you know anything about Tamiya, their reputation is that they make exceptionally well-engineered kits that just pretty much snap together in most instances. And as far as I understand, this kit is no exception to that. The surface detail is very nice. What I really appreciate about the Tamiya F-35 is a lot of the internal structure is designed to like fully support the kit and maintain its shape and structure, so you're very likely to not get any kind of like warping, things like that, which is amazing. I think if I was going to level any sort of criticism against this kit, it's that the RAM material on top of the surface of the aircraft is a little on the thick side, and that's not unique to Tamiya. That's pretty much universal across all manufacturers who make kits of the F-35. It's just there's like a tendency to exaggerate the RAM material. It is what it is. I think it still looks pretty good. A lot of your internal details, like your wheel wells, the intake trunking, thing like that, are completely devoid of ejector pin marks, which is amazing because that's a lot of hard work to try and get rid of those, and so your job's going to be made much easier when it comes to doing a lot of the internal stuff. Fun little side fact here, they actually include some wheel chocks for you. I mean, they don't have to do that, but I appreciate that kind of thing. And again, Tamiya is really well known for like how they engineer everything to fit together. So like the wheel wells, like they all kind of lock into place with each other. In the F-35 kit specifically, they have like a big center spar section that a lot of the internal workings get attached to help build up like the bomb bays, the wheel wells, and all of that. And that adds a huge amount of like internal strength and rigidity to the kit, as well as like positive locations for everything to fit. That's that big center spar piece I was telling you about. And so I do appreciate the way that they have engineered this kit to do that. And I've seen reviews of the A and B models, and they're all pretty similar. So I think we can expect those same types of features. You do get an included pilot, which is always nice. Many manufacturers these days don't bother with a pilot, which is a shame, and it looks pretty good. I think of particular note in all of the F-35 kits is the weapon bays here, and just how well detailed they are. You get a lot of that cabling, and if you look at reference pictures of the actual F-35 inside its weapons bay, it is an extremely busy place, and they do a good job of replicating that. Additionally, you get both open and closed doors for the weapons bays, and in fact the instructions specifically say that you can use the closed weapon bay doors as masks for when you're painting to not get paint inside the weapons bay. So again, great design choices by Tamiya there. You do get a couple of matched pairs of sprues in here. This one particularly has a lot of the armament, ordnance, and engine parts. A lot of clear parts in this kit for all the sensors around the aircraft, sensors and navigation lights, things like that. So they all look really nice and crystal clear. You also do get 2 canopies in the kit, and they are tinted. In reality, they're supposed to have like a gold tint to them. To me, looks more like amber tint. Fairly clear. There are some faint lines on there, and I'm not 100% sure if those are mold lines or if those are intentional to the actual, like the real full-size aircraft has those. I'll have to do some research on that, or let me know if you know down in the comments below. But you do get 2 canopies, and as I understand it, so you can do both open and closed canopy options. You do get a set of masks. However, they are not pre-cut. You will have to cut them, which will be a little difficult on some of those really small masks, but at least you do have masks. That's always nice. Decals come in 2 sheets. One sheet is basically like stencil data for armament, internal stuff, things like that. And then the second decal sheet is all of your markings, your squadron markings, and RAM material. If I do not like Tamiya decals. I mean, they look nice. They're in register. The color looks good. I just do not care for how thick they are, and I always struggle with getting them to lay down nicely. Obviously I'm doing something wrong because other people use it to great effect, but I would probably go the route of aftermarket decals. The instruction booklet, and it is a booklet. It is quite thick, and each step is extremely well detailed and diagrammed so that it's pretty clear how things go together. They do provide paint guides for like the cockpit, the pilot, the weapons bay, things like that. So it's very detailed, very nice, and easy to follow. You do get 2 full poster size color layouts for your markings. Very nice, kind of a nice collector's type thing. So, yeah, I mean, not much more I can say than has already been said about the Tamiya F-35 run of kits. This is definitely one that I want to add to my personal collection and build, and try my hand on. I've done a 1/72 scale F-35A a couple years ago. I definitely think I would get much better results if I built the larger scale, and this is definitely one that I will add to my list. I highly recommend any of the F-35 kits from Tamiya. If you're a fan of this aircraft, modern aircraft in general, definitely a must buy. And yeah, a huge shout out to Emaras Hobby Shop for allowing me to review this copy. And if you're interested in this kit or thousands of other kits just like it, head on over to their website, emerashobby.com. Check out and see what they have to offer. Finally, a huge shout out to my patrons for supporting the channel and allowing me to bring content like this to you. If you like the video, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like button, tell me what you think of the kit, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, everyone.